You are now watching Love, Stories and Vibes by Loveandships.
Hello, guys. Welcome to Why do I keep saying yet? Welcome to another episode of Love Stories and Vibes by Loveandships. My name is Bade, and I remain your host. And today, as we do, we'll be talking to an amazing couple, the Pedros. That was funny. We'll mention why it's funny later. The Pedros. So it's an honor having you guys here. Thank you so much for honoring my invitation.
It's a pleasure being here.
So do you want to introduce yourselves?
Okay, yeah. My name is Raimat Pedro. Yusuf Pedro with an eye face.
Because she doesn't want to leave her father's name.
No, I'm not.
And I'm Ahmed Pedro. So.
Hello, the Pedros. Welcome. It's nice having you here.
Yeah.
So let's just delve into it. I know how you guys met, but
okay.
They don't know. I have inside information. So how did you guys meet?
Are we starting first? Me?
No, let's start.
Okay.
Let's start.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
No.
Let's see how
Those stories warped.
Oh,
Okay.
no. Of course I remember now. Of course, we met, sharp guy now, we met at a friend's wedding, a mutual friend's wedding.
Okay.
So
Were you on the train?
Yeah, but she wasn't.
Okay.
But I think because they are very close to, so he actually brought her to our table.
Oh.
And everybody's eyes was on her, but Nami first of all moved. So that was how it all started.
That was how it started. Okay. So
Okay, yeah, it's true. The version he said was true. I thought it was about, he has one version he keeps saying most often that I was chasing him throughout the wedding, like he says that. So I was thinking the fake version, the one in his head actually. But yeah, we actually met at a friend's wedding, at a mutual friend's wedding.
So single guys, weddings.
Very paramount.
Attend weddings.
Yeah.
So how long have you guys been together and how long have you been married for?
No, we've been together for 5 years. We're married for 4.
Oh, okay. So you guys got married 1 year after you met.
Yes.
Yeah, we did introduction about 9 months after.
So when you know, you know.
Yeah,
Right?
he proposed like 6 months into the relationship.
Interesting. How did that go? How did the 9 months, how did it go to make you sure that she's the one? And then you said yes. Why did you say yes to him?
Okay, basically, I think everything just kind of fits. Like, we have similar views, like similar interests. We find the same things funny, and most of our talks, like we always like thinking alike, similar views when it comes to opinions too. It was similar. And then he kind of reminded me of my dad. Like he's this carefree person, fun and all that. And he's, how will I say it? Like he's always someone that is always ready to assist you to do anything. Like, okay, let's do this, let's do that. I'm the kind of laid back, I would say a bit lazy too, but like he's always like, okay, he has done it. Like, so everything just kind of fits. Like, okay, this is someone I can actually roll with, someone I can actually be it. So
you
that's
said
cool.
yes. So that yes was very natural.
Yeah, it was.
So Ahmed.
Well, she said it all now. Well, as you said earlier, when you know, you know. You know, for a guy to be with a lady and know 6 months, she's who I want to spend the rest of my life with, is something you have to be very careful about, and you shouldn't make a mistake. But of course, 6 months into the relationship, I am a very, how would I put it? I'm a very funny, jovial, playful kind of person, and she's also that kind of person. So the vibe just kicks in, and I just felt, okay, what am I waiting for? Do I have to wait for another 1 year, 2 years? Let's just get into it, and alhamdulillah, we're still going strong.
You guys just did it. Just out of the way. That's cool.
Yeah.
So how's marriage been? So there's this thing we tend to bring up with some of the couples that we've spoken to, and it's because it's very relatable with a lot of, would I call you guys young? Maybe not, but couples out there. It's that the fact that we tend to hear it a lot. It's not cliche actually, because it can be tough. Dating is different from getting married.
Definitely.
And then I'm glad you agree. And then you get married and you're having to adjust to a lot of things. I'll share my experience later, things I've had to adjust with, but I'd like to know what are the things that reality check, like, okay, this is what I have to do, this is where I have to be, this is how I have to act. People say that the first 1 or 2 years are like the most difficult. I have not been married for so long, so I can agree to at least that 2 years. First 2 years, it can be because you're having to adjust to a lot of things. So how was the first 2 years for you? And did anything change? Has it been better? Let me slow down with the questions. So.
Of course, it's actually kind of tough because when it's just you. If you want to make any decision, carry out anything, you just do it. You don't have to start thinking, how is it going to affect this person? Is it going to go well with this person? You just do. I don't have to take permission from anyone to do anything or from anyone to go anywhere. Or I could just do anything. I could just decide this morning, okay, this is what I want to do. And that's what I'm going with. And then the issue of this is what I want to eat. And that is what I am eating. That even to every little decision, you just can't take decision on your own anymore. You have to, it's not like you're seeking permission, but you have to ask for their opinion too. You have to know if they are cool with it. Okay, let's do this. Are you okay with it? And then, okay, fine. I'm not okay with this level and all that. Okay, let's eat this. So virtually every decision you have to take, you can't just do it anymore. It is no longer you. You have to put somebody else in consideration. So that was kind of tough for me. For someone that makes last minute decision and all that, you just can't do that. It's you have to now start planning things ahead. Okay, the kind of what I want to do to this carpet. Oh, I don't like this curtain. You can't just decide to change. You have to ask, okay, do you like so every
it's not just
single,
about you.
It's not just about you anymore. Every single decision, every little tiny decision, you have to let's discuss it. You just can't.
Yeah.
So that was kind of pretty tough for me and all that. And then the fact that you don't have your time to yourself. That's because sometimes you just want to be alone, just me and my thoughts. It's not like you're the kind of an introvert or something, but there's sometimes you just want to be on your own. You don't
think.
You just want to be just you and your thoughts, just be and all that. That's when you will come with he wants to play or he's just joking around or he actually means well, but to me it feels like it's irritating me at that moment because please I just want to be on my own, but sometimes it doesn't get it, and so so that's too what that's basically the challenge. You can't make decision on your own, you can't just do things on your own. So that was pretty it for me.
So,
yeah.
How about yours?
Oh, she has said, again, I'm just going to buttress again. It's not about you anymore, it's about us. So, 2 years into it was, for me, it wasn't that tough. Maybe because of the way I grew up. I grew up with a lot of people around me. So I could just adjust to any situation that comes. So, it wasn't that hard, but then there are some decisions that I still have to make because of her. Yesterday was an example. She was home. She was working from home. I was home too. And I just wanted to play. And she wasn't having it. And she snapped at me immediately. I was so mad. I just stomped out of the room immediately and went to the Zoom. Later on, after 5 o'clock, she came to me and was like, "Nah, I've closed now. We can now." I was like, "No, get out of my front right now. I don't want to see you." And so, yeah, that's how it happens. So, but the love and the whole marriage will make you feel like, nigga, I have to make this work. So I have to adjust. I have to, be the person she wants me to be and be better. So, yeah.
Okay, so I know that you guys have a son.
Yeah.
A cute son. So, I don't want to use my experience. I struggled when I had my son. It's we took us a while before we were able to find our balance because I was cranky a lot. There was a lot of things happening with me, right? And that is not everybody's experience. So how did parenting? How are you guys navigating parenting in relations to your relationship? Because of course, those tiny human beings can take up everything, your time,
Yeah,
your
It's like
like,
little out of
yeah.
Hitler.
bullies. Yeah.
Very, as in,
Bullies.
little out of Hitler.
Okay, with my son, I would say, okay, unlike most couples whereby like a few months into the relationship, the wife is already pregnant, the baby is there. For us, I think we had to wait like 2 years.
2 years plus.
Yeah, 2 years. And it was not an agreed
Is it
waiting.
planned?
It was
Okay.
not a
No,
planned
no.
waiting. It just
didn't come.
happened. It just didn't come like that. So it was something we were all anticipating. Like, okay, like where is the pregnancy? Why isn't it here? And all that. And I had a mom that had like similar experiences. So she was like, oh, like what's happening? So it was something we were really anticipating. So when the pregnancy came, and it's actually had a very smooth pregnancy. It was until the last minute of delivery and everything just went crazy. So when the baby came, like we were just overwhelmed with the excitement. So even with the sleepless night, the crankiness, it was just, this is my child. So the fact that we just had a child was enough to just calm us down. But seriously, it's actually very challenging because you have to change. It was difficult for us to change and start adjusting to each other. Now we're adjusting to another extra person that is very demanding, that basically can't do anything themselves. You have to do everything for them. And if you are 1 second late to what they want, they are going to start a riot. Like the entire town will know something has happened. Like give them their food a minute late. It's as if you've starved them for 20 years. Like very, very demanding, always want your attention. So it wasn't easy. And then you can't just, going out with the two of us was even easier. Now going out with the baby is a lot of work. You're carrying extra bags and it's, it's actually, it's the sleepless and all that was actually challenging though. But then the fact that we were anticipating this, we wanted this, so just kind of made it easier in a way.
Yeah, true that. So, well, sleepless night was because I had to. She was home, but I had to go to work. So sometimes we do the shift where I have to be the one to wake up, start petting him to sleep, and I need to wake up by 6 o'clock or 7 and leave for work. Oh, that 6 months was hectic. But well, if I am to do it a million times again, I would definitely do that.
Yes, definitely.
Definitely do that.
Okay, but how
and by the next time he's going to be assisting. The next one.
assisted? Okay.
Oh,
The baby.
he's definitely going to be jealous you have another baby.
So how in relation to your relationship, how are you able to still keep still connect as a couple? Because outside of being parents, you're still husband and wife first.
Yeah.
Yes.
So how do you still connect with each other to make sure that you guys are not getting overwhelmed? Like, of course you're overwhelmed, but you're not letting that distract you from still connecting, because marriage is constant connection. You guys have to stay connected to each other. So how do you keep that connection?
The point is, as we said earlier, we converse a lot. There are sometimes we'll be on the bed and we'll talk to you like 12-1. We're not talking about that. We're talking about everything. Politics, life, food, work. In fact, I know everybody that works in our office and I don't work there. She knows everybody in my office. She doesn't work there. That's how much we talk. And that's very, very paramount in a relationship. And as I've said earlier, I am a very playful person, just like her. So I think that alone made it very easy for us. We play a whole lot. So after playing, we convert. It's not like we don't have issues. We have arguments. I wouldn't say issue. We have arguments when we disagree on 1 or 2 things. But because we're fond of that thing, I go don't forget myself. Within 30 minutes, I go don't go meet them. We'd start playing. And I'll be like, this lady don't first me now. No. But because it's there already, we're used to playing with each other, conversing. Even if you're angry, you can't stay angry 30 minutes, 1 hour, 2 hours, and we just gel and just... So it makes it all easy.
That's actually really good, because we have conflict resolution is one of it's key.
Mhm.
There are lots of keys, to be honest, in relationship, marriage. There are lots of
Definitely.
keys.
Yeah.
But one of those keys is conflict resolution. A lot of
Yes,
people, when you don't know how
important.
to resolve
Use of
conflicts,
conflicts, yeah.
it becomes something bigger, which of course can damage the marriage. So that's really good. The fact that you guys are able to come back, snap out of it fast. Yeah.
Immediately.
Yeah, it has to.
That's actually no, it is, because a lot of people are still trying to navigate that.
Maybe because when they got into the relationship, they were all serious. And they don't converse.
It might not be.
And they don't sit down and they, I don't know.
Maybe
maybe.
personality.
Might not be.
Personality.
Some
Yeah,
people just like
personalities.
I don't know. Okay, I actually had that behavior before, whereby when someone annoys me, I won't speak up. Like I'll just keep it to myself, and I see it's boiling inside me for a long time. I did it when we were dating, like when you were annoying me, and I will not just say it to him but then I found out like I won't be able to sleep. Like the whole thing just keeps. So like the best way was just to let him know that I'm not good with what you just did. I'm not cool with it. So let him know. Let him apologize. Okay, fine. Because there's sometimes when people annoy you and they don't actually know that what they did was annoying. But because you're not the open person, you keep it to yourself. They won't know they just annoyed you. They probably think you're cool with it, but you're not actually cool with it. And if you don't tell them, they don't know, and they are likely going to repeat it again
because you didn't
because
communicate.
you did not
And it keeps
tell
piling
them.
up.
They don't know, and then it keeps piling up, and then you see that hatred and the anger keeps building in you until when they will do something totally unrelated, and then you would explode,
Burst out.
and they will be like.
Just
This.
thing.
Exactly. Like, so it's best, even to the little things. Like, it's not as if you have to say it like with all anger and all that, but like when they do something annoying, let your partner know, like, okay, no, this is not cool. I don't like this. Let them know immediately. It doesn't have to be a fight. It's just a notice, a communication. I don't like this. So they know, okay, fine. This person doesn't. So even when they want to try and do it again, they would hold themselves back that, oh no, they are aware that you're not cool with this. So it's always good to communicate. So you have to let them know, even to the little things. I don't like this. Because if you keep piling it up, it's just going to spiral into something greater and bigger, and you would not want that.
Oh, okay. So I want to take you back to your waiting period before you had your baby. How was that? Because I can imagine how difficult it must have been, having to wait. And how did you feel then, and how did it affect your relationship? Did it affect your relationship, or how were you able to navigate it together?
It didn't actually affect our relationship, but it was pretty tough because then, we had the mom saying, like the people that got married at the same time, you guys, like they're already planning the second one. What's happening? and then I actually had the supportive parents, like they've been through this journey before. So they're the one advising us, oh, you guys need to go to the hospital. You guys need to know what's up. You guys need to know what this is and all that. And we're taking necessary steps. And when we did our test, and they were like, okay, everything is fine. Like, you guys just...
Anxiety, maybe.
Like, you guys just need to calm yourself. Like, there's nothing wrong. There was no red flags or anything. And we're like, still okay. Like, it's easy when people tell you calm down, and
Yes.
like, and you're actually trying to be calm. Like, you're the one in this situation. It's not going to be easy for you to be calm and all that. It wasn't easy, actually. We never stopped going to the hospital. We went from FMC to Lasuth to Bridge to like different places. Like, we never stopped. Even though there was even a time we went to see I can remember, like a doctor that was supposed to refer us to a guy, and it was like, how long have you guys been married? And we're like, a year. It was like a year and a half. What's not the problem? I'm not writing you a referral letter. Like, why are you getting a referral letter to see a guy at that early? Like come back when it's 2 years or something. Like, she's not going to write us a referral letter. She understand? Like, she was like, why are you guys worrying yourself and all? But we're glad it ended well.
He made the sexual part a bit stressful.
Yeah, it was tedious. I was always counting calendar, checking and all
you
that.
Want to do it at that point in time.
It was losing its spark, and it was supposed to be spontaneous, like when everybody was into it. But
then you're having sex because you want to do something.
Like it's routine.
Yeah.
Like, so it's becoming like a routine.
stressful.
You're checking calendar, checking ovulation period, and was making it serious. Like,
As in, it wasn't easy. It wasn't an easy job, but we scaled through because we discuss, we talk, we encourage each other. There was actually a time I think we went to an hospital and I don't know what happened. We go home and she started crying. It made me feel very bad, and I had to just start encouraging her, like, we are doing everything. You don't need to do this.
Like even when the pregnancy happened, then I can remember like I wanted to check. I woke up like around 4 a.m.
That was very
to check,
funny.
and I didn't see anything. I went back to bed crying, and it was like petting me that don't worry, like the next month and everything.
And the funniest part
And it was not like
positive.
okay, it was not like okay, will you do it again in the morning? I didn't answer him. Then he went to go and get another strip that same morning, and then I checked. I said it was still negative, but it wasn't. Then I checked. It was like there's a second tiny line here,
Because
and I was
it was
like,
so early, so she couldn't see.
which tiny line? Then
I
I
had to
picked
check
the
again.
first one I did initially. I was like, oh, there was actually a tiny line there, and I was like.
So
Okay, I was like, okay, I was still not saying that same day I had to run to do a blood test. Like, I was still not convinced yet that the tiny line was not a fluke. Like, I had to be so sure. Like, it was.
Oh, I'm glad that everything came out well, and then you have a cute boy to show for it.
As in a very cute boy. As in, very cute and very big baby.
So, this is just like a final note for couples who have been in your situation. What would you advise? So they are newly married, and of course, you guys were very anxious, right? What would you advise them now that you're here?
Well, if I tell them to calm down, it's gonna sound a little bit on the nose, but then the actual truth is they actually need to calm down. We didn't calm down. Probably if we had calmed down and be a little bit less anxious, it would have worked out earlier. So the basic advice is to calm down. But then again, if you want to calm down, I think the best thing is you might actually go to the hospital, do all necessary tests. Just know that fine, you're both good. You're both okay. There is no red flags or anything. So once you're sure that is out of the way, calm down, relax. It's going to happen when it's going to happen. As long as you guys have been both satisfied, okay.
Yeah.
So I think if you're anxious, probably just get tested, know you're all good, it's all good, and then calm down and just enjoy. Don't let it become tedious and all that. And it happens when it happens.
Okay.
So,
And then another thing I want to say is people already put a lot of pressure on themselves, right? On themselves.
yeah.
We don't need more people, right? Like, we don't need more people trying to put pressure, trying to ask questions, invasive questions. Keep your thoughts to yourself. Like, because a lot of people would, yes, because
they'll start asking. I can remember then, even back at work, they're like, what happened? I've had colleagues calling me and asking, like, Raimat, what happened? Your stomach is still flat. Like, what is your problem with my
ridiculous.
stomach?
And that even made it really crazy.
Like, you're really annoying. Like, what is your stress with my stomach?
And
like,
then you are on your own, you're already stressing about it, and then somebody is coming.
asking. Like, I even asked, there was even a senior colleague that came, and I don't know, probably in her mind, she was actually being helpful. But to me, it found like she was being nosy. And like, and treading into where she's not needed. And I don't know, we're just having normal conversations. The next thing, it went to her giving me advice to be calm, don't worry, it would come. And I was wondering, how did our talk get from here to this? Like, probably she was looking for a situation to come and discuss that with me. And I just said, okay, yeah, thank you. Like,
Can imagine. I'm sorry you had to go through that.
I don't need you reminding me. Like, I know, like, basically every day, you don't have to tell me. So,
thank you so much, guys, for coming and everything, for sharing, which is the most important here. Thank you so much. I appreciate you, and I hope that when we call you again,
definitely
we would see you again. Thank you so much.
Maybe by then we would have the second one.
I know, right? So we want to give you a little token of appreciation, just so. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you for having us.
So, guys, it's been a very insightful conversation. I'm sure that you learned something. And mostly for me, the take home for me is that you have to have conversations with your partner. You have to be friends. You have to be able to
Exactly.
talk to each other. And don't be nosy in other people's private affairs, honestly. So remember to like, share, and subscribe as you always do. If you've not subscribed before and you're watching this, please subscribe. Thank you. See you again.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.